success.
And keep an eye, this round isn't going to be the case, but we've seen Nitro want to, it happened a couple of rounds already, push through A main and try to take some of that A-long control. And obviously, as you mentioned, hearing that ultra go off really kind of opens things up. You can move with a very heavy degree of confidence. It may not have been there previously. Push through A. Want to keep a close eye on that, because what 100 Thieves can do there is they start to condition TSM. Right? Like, we know they're going to push A. We know they're going to push A. You start to invest some resources that way because you have to respect it, and then you can either hit into that or swing elsewhere.
I'm liking some of the early round tactical choices here from 100 Thieves, like that Ice Orb to raise main shells into B main to punish all your pickup. But TSM slowing things down, moving towards mid now. There's a setup here on Catwalk. Eco there with the shock dart is going to be able to find one frag with that, and setup here on Cat is still looking good, and it hasn't been dealt with. And Wardell's going to have to push forwards to do that. Nice double headshots coming out of the Blade Storm. And now with that said, it's a 2 versus 2. Time is of the essence. There's the pickup of the frag to get passage to the bomb. Spike now is available. Oh, maybe not anymore though. That's so disgusting from Hayes. Straight in Hiko's face. And with that said, it's going to be a hell of a job now for Hayes. He's not got much time, and Nitro's going to get around the corner just in the nick of time to find the frag and lock it down. 2-2 now. These rounds are pretty action-packed though, I've got to say.
Yeah, absolutely. And Dan, I think you said it best. He didn't have time, right? Like, that was the difference maker in a 1v1 situation like that, where you have a little bit more room to work with, where you can kind of wait things out and kind of play some mind games. You have the opportunity to make some magic happen, but in that situation, the spike was down. He wasn't anywhere near it initially, and then the clock continued to tick away, so his hand was forced, really, and as we mentioned, that's going to tie things up at 2 apiece. TSM here on the attack, they've got the lockdown, so they have the opportunity for something. They're also stacking pretty heavily towards A. Wardell with the op, the tip of the spear. Gonna make something. 100 Furies there, that's the Q. Asunu tries to swing to punish it, and he drops.
It's a timely wall there to deny entry off at the back of the kill there from TSM. Droning past, trying to get some info on some of these closer positions. 3 players on site though is going to make life difficult. Drone doesn't care though, taking down Nitro quite easily. It's now creating some space for his team, and it's still not clear if they are going to try to commit initially off of this, but Drone has the backside. Still one player on the site. Finally, there's some frags happening here for 100 Thieves. They announced their presence, just waiting for the perfect moment to come out of those defensive spots to go for the engagements. And now Sabrosa, he will certainly have been heard. You know exactly where he is. And there's a shock dart to just prove that fact. Tapping away, and Eco has knocked him down to 41 health. There's just very little to do here now for Sabrosa. Ethan finally announces his position too, and again, that's just a masterclass in patience from 100 Thieves.
Yep. And I apologies, I misspoke earlier. It was the Asuna's swing there was great, right? The Hunter's Fury comes out from Hiko. Asuna swings at just the right time to try to catch him slipping, but Wardell, who was not in the initial lineup of the Hunter's Fury, holding that angle down with the op, he gets punished. But as you said, that wall is huge, right? That stuffs everything. They finally break through there, and Ethan, I'm pretty sure he didn't move for that entire round, right? Like, once he hit that corner, he was just stuck there. Didn't move at all. Really set that sideways even more. Very well played by 100 Thieves. You mentioned the patience, and that was on full display.
Love it. The Ice Orb again combined with the pain shells to try to punish the orb pickup. That you can see they're really trying to time it. And it's causing problems for sure, and it's going to buy time where they're stuck trying to get this orb play that allows the drone to go through Catwalk. Mid has been completely clear. They still know that there's players around A main, and with mid being totally clear, right this second, they're still very, very... they feel like there's a huge sense of urgency towards A main. But now that there's time gone by, they sense that there's time for that rotation, and so you can see that Hiko is putting some attention towards that tree position in Catwalk again. So 100 Thieves, reading the pace of the rounds pretty effectively with their positions, using the wall to not have to put all their attention on A main as well, and now it's down to TSM to break this tree position.
They don't have much as far as weapons go. They do have their own back in the lockdown. It'll be interesting to see if they use that night. Oh man, Hayes turns around, swings, gives him the business, dispatches him. But Hiko and Ethan get in on it as well. TSM, certainly worse for wear. Wardell has just a sliver of health, but Cutler shock dart equalize things at 3 apiece. Steel pushing him through the smoke. He's gonna get a chance at one. Rosa pushes back, but the problem is the clock continues to tick away. Nice shot from Cutler with the Sheriff. 9 seconds left on the clock. They have to go. Wardell starting to get the thing down. Cutler drops. Steel goes in. The spike does drop. Steel with the shots. TSM just down to Sabrosa. On the other side of the smoke, one. Isolating things down to 1v1. The Paranoia's got to come out. The Paranoia lands, but Steel swings with the 3K. Wins the round for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, great performance there from Steel. You'd almost think that in that 1v1, you'd want to be tighter to the wall, and I think that's why the Paranoia was in that spot to kind of cover Steel, trying to dodge and be safe. But Steel like fully committed, and that allowed him to completely dodge that Paranoia. So great stuff there from him. And again, I think credit to TSM as well. What they did was really smart. They had a very slow pace to their round. Eventually, when they are walking up Cat and it's feeling like it's going to be an A hit, and they've completely cleared out any vision of the tree with the dark cover, and they have also Hayes there trying to sell it. At that time, that you have a huge opening in the mid to B split, and that still didn't work out for them because of 100 Thieves' clutch potential coming through again. And 4-2 an advantage now as we move into this round, and it's a somewhat familiar start. It's presence mid, presence A main, and having also Hayes looking after B main as well for TSM. Trying to see if 100 Thieves will give them anything early, but 100 Thieves less active than some of the previous rounds. And in seeing nothing there around A, you actually maybe think that there is a setup on tree, and that there's a retake play coming in. And given that 100 Thieves have a lockdown, that is the case. So TSM have enough information to know that it's all about tree control for TSM's for 100 Thieves' defense.
Right. But they do have, so
You should run.
there's the lockdown. There is a counter to be had, but TSM has
Spike drop.
the ace in the hole that 100 Thieves does not, and that's the Hunter Siri. There's the second lockdown. They're going to go ahead and use the run it back as well as they try to get onto the site. And there, dear friends, is that Hunter Siri. That's going to take care of the lockdown. Meanwhile, Steel was one of the ones detained. That's going to give TSM license to get onto the site. So Broza gets all the way in. As he gets up top, he's got a chance at something great here. Something special. Gets two, looking for the third. Line him up and knock him down. So Rosa comes big, looking for the fourth. Austin is going to trade him out. He's left alone. A man on an island in a 1v4. Asuna with 8 health left too. He's going to swing. Great timing as he takes care of drone. But again, that is just one of many steps he's going to have to take if he wants to win this round for 100 Thieves.
And at the very least, charging up his ultimate with some additional kills is going to be very valuable. Trying to find something extra here, as you say, to squeezing out as much value as possible. Might not be too much left to squeeze out. And you got to credit 100 Thieves for just recognizing off of that drone info on A. Like it's all well and good for us to sit here with the bird's eye view. We have all the information. I can be like, the tree setup is what the defense is playing for. And you look at that, and then you see that they actually drop a lockdown in mid to pull the Killjoy out of tree so that they don't have the timings that they need to actually successfully retake, and that creates a space which completely destroys that setup. So it's actually amazing how intelligent that is from TSM to do that.
100 Thieves going a bit aggressively here. They've got the Bucky, and, well, it's not going to be in commission for long. Hayes handles that aggression just fine. You see the dart. I believe there was a Paranoia as well. Either way, well handled by TSM.
And 100 Thieves actually have a res available here, so unfortunately, it's not a very resable position, kind of deep on B main. And I like this in the sense, I'm not sure how much it factors into the decision making, but finishing on a B play here does deny that res at all. They'll actually catching the rotation there, just holding position has allowed TSM to get an extra kill. And the thing is about that is that they know that 100 Thieves know exactly what they're doing now, which is why they have that forward position in the first place. And you know what, it doesn't really matter if TSM have Sabrosa spraying through the smoke and landing 2 headshots. Always very nice to see. cheeky little frag right at the end there. But 4-4 is the score. Is yet TSM, finding some success here, Doug. They're looking a lot better, and I think it's that previous round with the lockdown thing that impressed me very much. That's just a reminder of how well TSM can read the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that, I mean, it's fun to, and oftentimes at this level, it's easy to point to like one round where things go sideways, right? Like we did it on this very map with TSM and Luminosity, where we pointed to one specific round and then things turned very quickly. That very well could be something that has a drastic impact on the landscape of this map, as we're tied up at 4-piece. TSM here showing a bit slow, but they're showing something towards B. You see that smoke across the middle, much like we've seen before. Waddell's going to take Cat. TSM in control of the middle of the map as they fall over where it is they want to be. Oh.
Pretty scary though, lots of presence there shown by Waddell, even if he misses the shot. Lots of movement coming in from TSM though towards B main at the same time, and mid as well. So it does feel at this point, I think, for 100 Thieves, especially with that push from Steel, that info play, he picks up Hazed, and Hazed has been lurking. So that's a huge tell here in the hands of 100 Thieves as to what TSM are doing. So TSM are in a weird spot because they're going to be, they know that their opponents know what's coming now, I think it's fair to say. So it's going to be hard for them to pull this off, but they just have to go for it.
Right.
We'll have to see if it's going to work out.
They've got to commit. They've taken the middle of the map. That's the one silver lining for them, but Osmo seems to be able to hold it off just fine. Nitro does as well. He's going to get away. What a firing squad from 100 Thieves. TSM, you mentioned that look forces them over onto B, but the truth is, Dan, 100 Thieves stopped that when they still had 2 members on A.
Yeah, absolutely. They just knew exactly what was going to happen, and it's such a dance in terms of the information game on a map like this. And so far, 100 Thieves and TSM, they're both doing a pretty good job, but there are certain spots where when you get into that point where there's only so much time left on the clock, it eliminates so many options for you as a team, and your opponents will then be able to read you much more. So it can get tricky. And it looks like we're going to start off here for TSM with lots more presence towards this A main position. And the orb is collected. They're onto drone. Doesn't get the running back onto that though.
No, but they are going to push Steel back, and they're going to flood onto the site. Steel, had to look at the Omen, and then he gets dropped. Ethan trades one out as well. The 103 out from, oh no! From Hiko as Asuna, I don't know how he survived that. He ate that. But TSM have gotten onto the site. 100 Thieves, if the numbers disadvantage, Hayes has 4. As Color gets spiked down, he's going to use the lockdown as well. This round looking so good for TSM.
Yeah, it's a good thing that he hesitated on the lockdown in the end, because it looks like it's going to be a pretty easy cleanup with all said and done. Great stuff there from TSM. As you say, really cool entry. The way that the timing worked out, because the pace was much quicker than it normally is, Steel was not really expecting to be caught in the way that he got caught. He was really out of position. And as you say, that Omen ult was a very strong punish for Steel. He was there at that timing the round by himself.
Right.
So fantastic punish coming in from TSM to equalize the score 5-5. And this really is a close game at this point. A couple rounds left in this first half. And again, if you guys missed the first map, TSM got blown out of the water on Icebox. They must win this map to force it to a third to stand a chance to qualify for Masters.
3 ultimates in the pockets of TSM, 3 impactful ultimates as well. Meanwhile, 100 Thieves currently don't have that same luxury. No heavy aggression, and it was interesting. Steel had played the op on this exact same spot the previous round, or 2 rounds ago now, going to have the Vandal. Drone using the running back, he knows exactly where to peek. What value out of that running back as he takes care of 2.
Yeah, that's really awesome to see from Drone, completely clearing out the A side all by himself with the ultimate. And they haven't even used the lockdown or the Blaze Storm just yet, so that is a huge win. If they can save that for the next round, that's another with a huge punish. Really working on a retake here. Now, here comes Nitro from the back on Cat, but it's dealt with. And that Cat setup is proving quite problematic here. Asuna trying to do what he can with the satchels, but TSM convert, and indeed, actually the lockdown will be burned right at the end, but still looking good here for TSM. Late recovery in this half, but it is looking strong.
Now, yeah, this was my concern. 100 Thieves, they're broke, bro. They don't have any money. They're going to bring in a Bucky, a Judge, well, 2 Buckies now. But they certainly don't have what they want to go into this final round and a half. Meanwhile, TSM, they're going to have an op in the hands of Wardell, and they're going to have rifles across the board. And, I mean, they're sitting on so much money, they could buy probably 2 rounds of everything at this point and be fine, but certainly not ideal here if you're 100 Thieves. I want to keep a close eye to see how they play this out, even given some of that deficit. The battle between Steel and Hazed all day long continues. No blood has been shed quite yet.
You're worried if you're TSM on the kind of weaponry that's 100 Thieves is carrying right now, because you know that they've got some of these weapons that are very powerful at these close ranges. So you got to find a way through the choke points very quickly, and you got to find a way to enter a site with dealing with these choke points possible. And speaking of which, Wardell actually just gets caught on a horrible timing. It's just unfortunate. You just can't predict that. And that's going to be a way in for 100 Thieves. Now, again, we talked about having your options limited. And right now, the options are very limited for TSM because they have lost mid control. The only control they have is B main. And so they're almost forced at this point to reset with no time on the clock and run to A or through mid, or they force the issue into B. There's no good option right now for TSM, right? Because TSM have a lot of utility remaining to slow down anything they do. And they're suggesting the reset into mid away, and they're going back to B here.
TSM has, oh boy. All right, this is going from bad to worse for TSM. Nitro gets 1 with the Sheriff before dropping. Subrosa drops as well. It's just onto Cutler. He gets onto the site. He is not going to get the spike down. He is going to swing. Takes Kirihiko, but he's going to drop. The Judge that we teed up at the beginning proves to be too much for TSM as 100 Thieves take the last round of the half. Folks, we're going to cut to a break. When we return, the closing half of Ascent. Stay tuned. Welcome back, dear friends, to the second half of Ascent. 100 Thieves and TSM knotted up at 6 apiece as we move on to see what 100 Thieves can do on the attacking side. Doug, Dan on the mic with you as we're 5 seconds away from seeing how things play out. Now, a quick, very quick reset. TSM down 1-0, losers, decider, match. TSM wins, they go on to master. Or, well, TSM wins, we force map 3. TSM loses, 100 Thieves goes on to Masters, TSM out for the tournament.
Yeah, really fast approach here from 100 Thieves, straight through to market. Subrosa with the lurk, though. He wants to find that timing on the flank. Not able to find it just yet. Teammates will be holding things off on the site in the meantime. And it's not looking too horrendous, but just as I say that, 3 players dropping instantly for TSM on site. And it's looking like a scary prospect there. Steel with the lurk with the Sheriff. Loving the Sheriff pickup from Steel. And down to Wardell here in this B main position. Does have some assistance coming through. He's got Drone on his 6. But I don't like the look of this. This is tough. They know they're both are going to be coming from B main. Holding tight to the site.
There's no exit for 100 Thieves. I mean, they kind of have to huddle in. And TSM, they're going to go in. Great shot from Wardell to take care of Asuna. Dropping under 3. Dash across. 100 Thieves holds them off. They win the pistol in the second half.
That's a good start, and it's I always like the very fast mids and then to market pushes. It's always a lot of fun, and it's pretty simple as well to execute, which is quite effective. You're able to split up the defense quite nicely and not have to force your way through the B main choke point altogether. And we're going to get there's no Ares from Steel. I always like the Ares pickup in these situations from Steel. He's one of those players that he'll use all of those kinds of weapons, like the Guardian, the Ares. Like he'll find weird spots to find to use those weapons, and it's always a treat.
Nothing doing here. Also, no shenanigans, no Ares from we usually see a Sova playing B with one of those weapons. Certainly not going to be the case either from TSM. See 100 Thieves trying to clear out wine, create some control across a long tree. Is open, but you see, I mean, my gosh, you see TSM, as soon as some of that utility went out, you saw Cutler, you saw Wardell rotate back over towards Heaven to ensure nothing's coming out. You see the smoke starting to stack up. They're fully convinced that there's something is happening over on A.
I have the spike.
Yeah, they're not willing to go out and get info because they have B main control, so they're just going to sit on A. And the B main control is going to have to be everything. Because if they push, then they're in a spot where they're going to likely give up a frag. So they're just pushing it to chance right here on TSM, and sometimes it might work out. The classic, not quite getting the frag that Drone was looking for.
30 seconds left.
But he has bought enough time here, especially with this dark cover on the B main position. They're going to have to force their way through it, I would imagine. Otherwise, they allow the defenders of TSM to get a rotation into the site. And look at the wall coming through here. That's lovely there for Nitro. Bulldog able to get some angles here. Maybe he wanted a little bit more space to play with. They're actually going to challenge that angle. 100 Thieves will be able to clean everything up, though. And yeah, there we go. TSM, unfortunate not to get another couple kills out of it, but ultimately, 100 Thieves played that pretty well. And we move to 8-6 now into the rifle rounds. A couple Spectres and Bulldogs will still be hanging out, though. But ultimately, this is where TSM needs to start making their mark, and it's always hard, Doug, on the defense of a map like Ascent. It is hard to take the initiative.
Yeah, so we saw the Ice Orb into the nades. Keep a close eye on that on B main, because Asuna's 1 point away from having that showstopper. So I wonder if they're going to play for that. To see the smoke coming out, Asuna swinging around. No Ice Orb this time around. Looking to be a bit more quiet about it, but that certainly is still the outcome that they want. Asuna's going to get his hands on that showstopper. That is a round-changing ultimate, especially in a situation where the attack is trying to ride the bonus and really ruin the opponent's economy. That's a big one.
Yeah, and we see the reset off of that B main or pickup. Moving up to Catwalk, and it's just enough to just pop the showstopper and not even fire it, and it will clear out players from positions as they fear getting caught by it. So that kind of power to that ult, as well as you see it with the run it back, where people will run away from it because they don't want to fight it. It's the same kind of effect. So we'll see it look. We'll see a look on that, I think, around this tree position, possibly. It depends on what setups they otherwise would like to use here. It's all about also in this game understanding what is the best bang for buck in my utility. And indeed, we're going to see it used for the site entry there. Asuna able to get it off onto Wardell. That's a huge pickup as well. Wardell not able to dash away in time. However, TSM looking to hold on to things here as 100 Thieves failed to make their way into the site with the spike.
Well, not only that, but they drop it in a terrible spot where TSM has control, right? It's just down to Nitro there, and they can just squat on it. A huge 3K from Subrosa to stop the bonus. TSM get back on the board.
Nice hold from them. It was a good round, I think, in terms of how both teams played it. But TSM hitting their shots, and it's good to see. You know, in terms of the ultimate economy here, we can see that they have a slight edge. Eco won off the Hunter's Fury, and we see the blades ready for Wardell, which he might choose to get so that he can have an operator in the following round. And you know, I am curious of TSM's philosophy against 100 Thieves here, because a team that's very default heavy, there's a lot of value if you have good tactical setups to disrupt their defaults. And we can see here that 100 Thieves put a lot of presence towards A main to get that A main orb control. And in the previous round they did this, but they did it towards B main. So they have this like pocket of players looking for the orb control, and then they usually reset off a bit. So Boombot plus drone feels very scary. It feels like the push is going to be coming in, but the spike is actually towards the B site.
Yeah, and for Wardell here, if he can continue to get a couple of those picks, the fear is gone, and you handle that aggression. But the thing is, look at the mini-map. Look at TSM. They're starting to pull off. Hayes is the last one kind of staying. Asuna gets a pick on the Wardell, and that should be a cue. Like, guys, the play is on A, but it's not. The gig's up. Nitro gets another one onto Hayes. Now Drone has to rotate back, but the wall's going to be up. He's not going to have a way in. Meanwhile, the spike is going to go down. TSM are left scrambling as they try to book it back towards B as soon as they can.
Yeah, and they got info as to where every one of these players actually was as well, because they had the steps running away from A main, and they spotted 2 and B, so they have all the info. It's a pretty good guess that server's coming through B main or late mid. And there's that ult, so now they know precisely where the server is. Eco with that very annoying Hunter's Fury, and they're gonna try to down here. He's in some trouble here. He's gonna have to pull back and try to keep himself just alive. His presence is more than him trying to actually take a fight, doing a lot of damage, and TSM are struggling to make their way in. Just Bros is the last man standing, and there you go. Great hold coming through from 100 Thieves. The Jukes were fantastic in that round. They really sold that A hit, and I mean, you can't blame TSM. You really can't.
I mean, the writing was there, right? Like, you saw everything that would lead you to think that it was just so well played by 100 Thieves, and then the post plant was great as well. Hiko using the Hunter's Fury to really draw attention away from TSM, because like you said, Dan, they have to respect that. They have to go towards that. Keep an eye on Nitro and Steel here. We've seen how much 100 Thieves is willing to play around Ultimates. They have 2 members away from Ultimates here.
There we go, TSM looking to hold on to this B main control, but this time they won't be able to make that work out, and that is quite difficult. And you can see right now that TSM are now walking quite a few players towards A main. They know that they have to do something here. I'm actually curious if they're going to push this, because they do need to, I feel like they need to get info somewhere, or they need to just gamble stack something. That's usually what you want to do in a situation like this. And they've got that control now towards A main. So they just spotted that there's nothing there, but there's a problem here, because if you don't see Gelato, this is exactly what can happen. A team can think, well, they just cleared A main, so they're going to go back, and now we're going to get the timing on the site. But in fact, Wardell sticking around makes the difference, and he gets a multi-kill, the dash to safety too. And just like that, TSM swing things back in their favor.
The spike's down, 100 Thieves are at a spot where they can easily pick it up and then decide where they want to play things out. Also, keep an eye on Ethan. He's taking cat control. This could be a devastating pinch onto A if the timing is right. They're going to have somebody. Eco, come back, pick it up. Ethan's there on tree. He's able to get just one left on the site. Sabrosa by himself, a man left alone, and a man dead. 100 Thieves have control of the site. It's just Hayes alone here in a 1v3. The spike goes down. He's healthy. Dan, he's got utility. He's got plenty of armor. He's got the opportunity to do this here, but he's going to have to go huge. You see Ethan playing off the site. The darts there. Fancy forward from Hayes to keep it alive. Asuna drops. Hiko does as well, and Ethan stops the clutch from TSM. Win the round for 100 Thieves.
Great effort from Hayes, though. That he made something that was truly impossible look very doable. And well, that's going to be another round, though, in the bag for 100 Thieves. And they are already a map up in this best of 3. And they're looking pretty damn good at the moment. TSM, it feels similar to the game against Luminosity, where you feel like TSM is doing a lot right. You know, TSM in that previous round, they lose a player early on. They have a great reaction to make an info play. They stand strong at A main, make it look pretty doable, but again in 100 Thieves. Really playing out of their skins at the moment. Another A main control play coming through from TSM. Going to spot through to Gelato. I think if they spot further, they'll see the turret, which is a huge tell. They're seeing Steel as a big tell as well. You know, the Killjoy. You know, Steel is lurking in most cases, in most setups.
And I like, you see Ethan just dropped a smoke on top cat. Trying to buy them into thinking that there may be something going on mid. Meanwhile, Hiko clears it out with his drone, but the hit's a hit on the B. There's a lockdown that's going to be used. No 100 Fury, see if they can clear it out with some shot guards. Nope, stays alive. Just long enough. Just enough to keep them back. Asuna swings out, takes care of Cutler. Hayes has to drop back. But the thing is, there's nobody watching from CT here. This was the exact same play we saw last time. They're preventing if somebody's watching in CT, or excuse me, the defending side. Nobody was there this time around. They can funnel in, take care of the player detained, and really blow the round up. A flawless one for 100 Thieves as they continue to push the matter, as they continue to put the finishing touches on this series, and continue the road to Masters.
Yes, it's a tough one too, because it's crazy to think 100 Thieves have the luxury to be able to burn the lockdown there and still have the ultimate advantage. They've got a res, a showstopper. There's the Omen TP as well, which is we've seen how powerful that can be, and especially on the attacking side for entering sites or for doing interface stuff like this. And then TSM, all they really have right now to work off of is maybe the retake game, and maybe playing like heavy tree setup with Killjoy to retake A. And that allows them to do a variety of other things. I don't know that I have time to go into it. We do have a main control once again. And 100 Thieves have shown time and again that when they take aiming control like this, they may make it look like they're going to pressure and then push onto a site, but that hasn't often been the case. Right? And it looks like they may even just contact in here.
Down there is a showstopper. Asuna goes in. Asuna doesn't connect, but Ethan does. He takes care of Sub Rosa, but they get onto the site. Now you see members from TSM working their way up towards heaven. Also keep an eye on Hayes. He's in tree. He's left unchecked. Also, on top of that, you got to keep an eye on Steel, who is on the lurk. Excuse me. The lockdown comes out. Asuna goes in aggressive. Asuna takes care of Wardell. The paranoia is there. The Boombot leading the way as Asuna looks for more. Hayes and Cutler get a couple apiece. Nitro is tagged up and stays alive for now.
And Ethan's the only one that didn't get detained. He's got to survive here, and he survived for just long enough to prevent his teammates from getting taken down in A main. And now it's down to Hiko and Nitro, and they are going to do a great job there, holding things down back to back on A main. And that was huge. That was a huge kill from Ethan. I think that protected Hiko and Nitro. Timings, of course, would have been tight, but TSM, it was so much just for Hayes to hold on to tree, to have something for them to work off of on the retake, and that was it. The lockdown got dropped, and they didn't convert. And now they're looking at a horrifying situation. 6 rounds in a row, 5 rounds in a row is what they have to do just to get to overtime, to keep themselves alive. And they got 2 Guardians out. They're on light armor on 3 players. 1 player doesn't even have armor. This is a very bad situation for TSM.
Very bad indeed. Seeing Wardell pop that Blade Storm, try to take some early control towards B main, ensure there's nobody pushing up. And it's interesting, you usually see Steel in this spot where Asuna is, where you see the spike and a lot of the investment of personnel elsewhere. And Steel's the one who's usually on the work, but this time it's Asuna who's holding things down. Hayes goes big in the middle as he gets 2 numbers in favor of TSM here.
He's rolling back the years. Oh my god, he is just crushing in this series, and that's going to force the res to come out, and that's going to force the swing. They want to punish that res. It's just scary because they had a lot. Hayes is just playing deathmatch right now. Beautiful work off of the Vandal, and he is still confident, holding out there. No fear. 23 health. There's only 1 man left standing. It's Hiko, and Hayes does not care. He just wants to shoot everybody in the face. And here comes the late lurk through from Wardell.
Surely not, right? Surely not. Hiko,
well, there you go.
Hiko gets 1 onto Wardell. He's got the spike. He's got 30 seconds, so he has some time. He also has the ultimate. The problem is you have to somehow sneak onto the site, get the spike down, and then stay alive long enough to be able to use your Hunter Fury.
Enemy remaining.
He's gonna, oh no freaking way Hiko does this again. He drops things down to a 1v1, taps, looking for the swing. He spotted Cutler, so he has a great idea of where he is, and Hiko does it again! Are you kidding me? Your first strike champions are going to Masters!
I'm sorry, but that's almost like, I feel like this is scripted. Is this scripted? Because Hiko somehow makes that doable. Hayes just annihilated everyone in mid, and it devolved into this 1v3, and they knew where Hiko was the entire time. How is it? And so that's not really supposed to happen, but it does. It just seems like the writing was on the wall the whole time. In round 1, in fact, on Icebox, when we saw that first pistol, the Steel and Eco, just doing stuff like that, it's just crazy. And that's going to be under these qualifying for Masters, and unfortunately, TSM eliminated from the chance at Masters and this time around, and that's sad for all the TSM fans out there. But for all the 100 Thieves fans, of which there are many, I'm sure this is a very, very good day.
Like we straight up said, there's no way, right? Like, surely not. Surely he doesn't do it. He teed it up. It was not an easy situation, right? But Hiko once again showing mastery, ice in his veins. The dude just does it again.
क्या हाल चाल बॉयज क्या हाल चाल आई होप सब बड़ा चला लॉन्डो आई होप सब बड़ा चला लॉन्डो टीम है भाई क्या हाल चाल boys, क्या हाल चाल? Welcome to the stream. Guys, let me know अगर म्यूजिक थोड़ा ज़्यादा लाउड है. जो गेम ही नहीं आया था अनुराग को डालता है यार लॉन्डो जो भी कोई देख रहा है प्लीज एक बार लाइक जरूर कर देना स्ट्रीम
Match found. Death match. Warm up.
Remember to talk to each other out there. If we communicate, we win.
Fight!
You know what to do. Headshot.
साला 140 एम लग नहीं रहा यार अभी
Taken down.
हाँ मारो भाई
Sit still. Hot shot.
Dominating.
अबे तो भाई
Sit still.
78 गाइस एम लग नहीं रहा यार सुबह
See ya.
ये भी मेरा
Still got it.
घटिया है
Gunner. Enemy down.
Dominating. kills remaining.
Bitch.
Five kills remaining. One kill remaining.
Reyna, kill हो गई. अरे क्या हो रहा है? दो गोली और लगी हैं.
Match found.
मेरे को रेना लॉक करनी है. Fence किया.
Just take a seat. I got this.
थैंक यू भाई लोग लाइक करने के लिए. एक डिसलाइक भी है. जी जी.
This place is a testament to science, a testament to folly.
Rush them. No.
Enemy spotted, B. There. Reloading. Reloading.
I'm done.
Spike planted.
What the fuck? I died into the bomb.
Enemy.
Last
They are
player
at the side, bro.
standing.
They are at the side. Nice try, nice try. अरे मेरी गलती थी यार वो बॉम्ब से मेरे को लगा इतना डैमेज पड़ जाएगा.
Thank you.
यही चलना क्या इसमें? क्या करना?
Let's rotate.
Cool, cool. Woman mid
I'm
देखना.
impressed. I'm impressed.
Gonna burn you up, Phoenix. Careful now.
Enemy spotted B. Last player standing. Flawless.
साले वो chest लगा.
The sun is so bright. Don't worry. I'll kill him.
Agreed.
और ये रश मारते हैं यार.
Lock in sight.
Enemy spotted A.
Lock in sight.
Going up.
Enemy spotted A.
Healer's down. You're out.
One enemy remaining.
There can only be one hero. Oh, okay. We back in it now.
Wonderful.
Go away, go away. I'll try to get a piece.
Isolate and exterminate. No.
Come on, let's go!
Reloading. Enemy spotted A.
We turn to dust.
Barrier free.
Please, please, please. I'm on the flank.
Light planted.
Careful now.
One enemy remaining.
Reloading.
Enemy spotted A.
Well played,
Reyna,
boys. Well played.
time to hunt. Wonderful.
Same. I'm gonna flank first.
आ जाओ बी चलते हैं.
B?
हाँ.
Are you sure? A पे हो रहा है. तो कोई बात नहीं.
मतलब सेम ऐसे हम
ठीक है,
लोग
चलेगा.
YouTube पे लाइव हैं.
Explore.
Let's get the advantage.
Okay.
भाई प्लीज एक बार गरीब का चैनल चेक कर लेना यार. YouTube पे लाइव हैं हम लोग.
देख ली.
Reloading.
their reach. One enemy remaining.
Going up.
स्पाइक का
Careful now.
एक सेकेंड
दे दे प्लान और अच्छा गन भी था
Weapon here.
अच्छा गन था ना साइड पे है मेरे फैंटम वो देख
Prepare yourselves. We fight once again.
Got here.
ले लो।
you don't like you don't अच्छा you're gonna play with Spectre
अरे आज को पता नहीं चली नहीं रही वैंडल लीग।
कोई बात नहीं अरे ये बहुत सही
चल रहा
दिखता है ये
मेरा पता नहीं ना गन का दिन आता है, किस दिन स्पेक्टर सही चलती है, किस दिन वैंडल सही चलती है।
आज मेरा ऑफ नहीं चल रहा है तो आप समझ सकते हो
नाइस नाइस।
Enemy spotted B.
Lock inside.
Going up.
You will not kill my ally. Fire in there. Remove.
Phoenix is out
One enemy remaining.
Reloading.
That's it. Break time.
Weapon here. Weapon here. Here.
आ जाओ लोंडो, ये आ जाओ। ए से बी रश करते हैं, मतलब ए से मिड रश करते हैं।
ए पे देखो फिक्स मिलता है तो दिखता है, तब तक मैं फ्लैंक देता हूँ बी पे, अगर बी तब तक खाली हो गया तो फिर से बी पे आ जाओ मिड से, ऐसे खेल लेते हैं।
चलो आ जाओ।
जेट फुल शील्ड ले ले, जेट फुल शील्ड ले ले।
I got you, bruv. Joke's over. You're dead.
Enemy spotted B. Die.
Yeah, come inside. Okay, wait, Phoenix is going even here.
मार दिया। अब मैंने हक दिया ओमन पे यार। सीधी सीधी किल मिस कर दिया। फ्लैश डाल, फ्लैश।
One enemy remaining.
रेना मेरी जान, फ्लैश।
हाँ ठीक है, I'm just playing with it.
अच्छा अच्छा।
They're supposed to be fighting back, right?
Are we really gonna double off? चलो।
Come on, let's go.
Enemy spotted B.
bro.
Enemy spotted B. One down. One enemy remaining. Flawless. Weapon here.
Twitchy here. Let's go already.
Multiple enemies A.
Going up.
Darius here.
Enemy spotted B.
Even 118.
There.
No charges left.
Last player standing. Spike down B.
कोई नहीं nice try.
Y'all better keep up.
पिंक तूने रेना वो सॉरी वाइपर का फ्लैश कर दिया वो फ्लैश से यार इसका था शॉट था
अरे वो बैन के लड़े डिसलाइक और कर रहे हैं सारे.
I want to see you.
Dislike नहीं करने वाले.
Enemy spotted mid.
Your duty is not over. Enemy killed. Back where I belong. Ouch.
I'm sure.
Enemy spotted B. Last player standing.
I have the spike.
Spike down B.
क्या ही मारा लड़ो ना मानो.
They're just batteries. And I need a recharge.
Try it, guys, try it. Viper go.
Odin चलाएंगे.
Joke's over. You're dead.
Fire in the hole!
Last player standing. Spike down A. Last round in the half.
Either spend all your money or give it to me.
No.
Good cause either way.
They have ops, so Viper smoke दे सकता है क्या वैसे? Cut them off.
हाँ ए लॉन्ग पे दे दे यार एक या हेवन पे कुछ.
ये राफ्टर सॉरी ये रैम्स तो मैं फ्लैश दे सकता हूँ, वो प्रॉब्लम नहीं है।
रैम्स फ्लैश कर, मैं साइड में वॉल डाल रहा हूँ और रैम्स पुश करते हैं।
चलेगा।
Still in sight.
Going up.
Still in sight.
They will cover!
Reloading. Reloading.
Careful now.
हिल पे है 140 टाइम हीलिंग। पुश देना उसको डबल ऑफ है, डबल पुश करने से क्या कर सकता है वो?
Barrier
Ye, plant the spike.
train harder.
One enemy
No,
remaining.
you don't.
Enemy spotted A.
Right. I stopped that.
Blocking sight.
Switching
New
sides.
tactics, keep it fresh, yeah? No charges left.
भाई कोई ए पे आ जाओ, मैं आता हूँ। मिड ले लो कोई, जेट मिड मिड आता ना।
अनाउंसमेंट हो रही है
Keep up. Watching here.
बी होगा।
वीर
Healing you. Multiple enemies in.
One dead.
Stand down. Help.
Put down.
Healing
बी हेवन
30 seconds left. Reloading.
Careful now.
Last player standing.
सारी जनता है भाई।
This is crazy. It feels like we've been doing this forever. Anyone else feel like that? Just me? Okay.
I'll take mid. Jet this side.
We go.
Yep, there's a guy there.
गलत टाइम पे घुसाया।
You're not. Many enemies need. Last player standing.
Nice try, bro.
Even with numbers, anything can still happen. Remember that.
Let's go.
चलो यार सोता का
Multiple enemies A.
Careful now.
Blocking sight.
Phoenix kill.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Embarrassing.
I'll do half.
Killing you.
Thank you.
There's a phantom here. There's a phantom.
Thank you.
Blasting.
No one will remember them.
चाहिए किसी को फैंटम
No, I have one.
मतलब मेरी ले रहे हो मेरे पास क्या है यार
नहीं खेलो ना फैंटम अभी किसी
नहीं मतलब
नहीं है सबके पास गन है जेट को दे दे जेट के पास जेट ने शॉटगन ले लिया
साला इस बार डैमेज नहीं पड़ा
No charges
यार
left.
मैंने स्मोक नहीं लिया फ्लैश नहीं लिया
Joke's
B, B, B,
over.
B.
You're dead.
Enemy spotted B. Enemy spotted
One enemy remaining. Spike down mid.
Spike is mid.
Weapon here.
Remember, nobody's a hero when they're crying for everything.
थैंक यू तो बोल
Thanks.
हाँ
सही में ब्रो हार्ड कैरी है ए
Reloading. Blocking sight.
Toxin screen down.
One down.
Spike down A.
Spike spotted A.
One enemy remaining.
Cutting their vision. Cutting their vision.
Spike is here.
ओह नाइस नाइस वन लेना यार
You want me serious? You got it.
They want to die. Let them.
Come on, let's go.
Watch this.
बोल 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 ए ओपन है हाँ
बी पे दो मार दिया मैंने
कीप बी
Spike down A.
Spike is safe.
What the hell एक मिनट काम कर रहा है रेस।
One enemy remaining.
किसी को ऑफ चाहिए क्या?
ना
यस उठा लेता हूँ मैं।
Enemy spotted A.
वेल डन। ये पिस्टल से मार रहा है भाई लड़का।
Race it to the spike
ये
site.
ऑफ किसको चाहिए? ये ले जा।
I have funds to spare.
I have extra money if anyone needs.
तुम लोगों का रैंक क्या है? कौन सी लोग पे खेल रहे हो? वही पूछना।
ब्रॉन्ज 3 है भाई मेरी तो।
I'm iron 3.
अरे बूस्टर है भाई तू।
जैसे क्रॉसिंग।
Careful now. Going up.
ए पे जाओ थोड़ा सपोर्ट के लिए जेट को।
Fire in the hole!
Spike's here.
Spike down B.
Go B guys, go B.
Phoenix down. Don't get in my way.
Oh fuck, heaven.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Oh shit.
Spike planted.
Still in sight.
पीछे था खुद के स्मोक में।
कोई नहीं, नाइस ट्राई।
As much as this world hurt me, it's mine, and I will kill to defend it.
मिड वॉल मत कर, मैं पुश करता हूँ अच्छा इस बार।
This is gonna be fun.
Careful now.
मैं मैप देखने लगा यार। सिर्फ ओमन मिलता।
You will not kill my allies!
You're nothing.
Joke's over. You're dead.
Careful. Last player standing.
62 tag, sorry.
यार 9 हो गया यार।
I hear them scurrying.
We have it.
Okay.
Just play safer. Don't push.
हाँ इस बार पुश।
Anyone have funds to spare?
अभी एक राउंड मिल जाएगा तो हो गया।
कूल कूल।
I don't have eco.
Gun here.
Eyes wide.
ये शायद।
One mid.
Reloading.
For you.
B, all B.
Your duty is not over.
One enemy remaining.
Well done.
Spike down B.
कौन सा साइड पे?
B पे थे.
The hunt begins.
Spawn की तरफ.
Here.
हाँ, यही side है.
Spike is here.
30 seconds left. Ten seconds left. Last player standing.
Just want to waste some time.
Match point.
Their head is in the guillotine.
Now, anyone have funds to spare? Thank you.
B.
Stay side, don't rotate like that.
Going up. No charges left. Careful now.
Omen था क्या? Jet? तूने pick किया जिसको?
Fuck. TV मार गया वही side.
Be careful Viper, flank पे हो सकता है हाँ. वो जो भी रेज या जो भी है.
Race पे A पे plant.
Planting है. Slow खेलते हैं.
Spike planted.
हम लोग हैं around.
They will cover.
Enemy spotted A.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Headshot 78. Back of side.
Nice try.
Nice.
Clutch.
अरे यही क्लासेस का राइट क्लिक बहुत गंदा कर दिया है. किल था, हेडशॉट था बट 78 था.
Viper, must you always play with
Oh
your
dude, I
friends?
don't eco. He was buy होगा मेरे से. नहीं तो
नहीं
तो सेव राउंड जाता हूँ मैं. कोई बात नहीं, शेरिफ जाता हूँ.
Don't get in my way.
Multiple
B
enemies
side.
Blocking sight.
Let's go.
Enemy spotted B.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
अरे कैंपेन. सेव कर ले.
GG कर देना.
वो नहीं रहेगा. सेव कर. नेक्स्ट राउंड हमारा. ठीक है.
Poison orb emitting. Poison's off. Look them in the eyes when you kill them.
I'm gonna be site now because there is volleyball there. Let me be site. Kill नहीं मिल रहा है site खेलने से, mid खेलने से. A पे आ जाओ भाई. Jet आ जाओ.
B डिफेंड कर रहा हूँ.
B पे जा, Jet B पे जा. मैं और भाई पड़ी है, संभाल ले.
Don't hold back.
I'm leaving heaven, no? पीक मत दे वाइपर पीक मत दे. हेवन आने तो उनको ड्रॉप कर.
A पर है.
The hunt begins.
Spike down A.
You will not kill my allies.
Careful now.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Fuck.
Sudden death.
You man ready for a light show?
I'm sorry.
भाई मैंने तो ओडिन उठा ली.
उठा लो ओडिन जो उठाना है उठा लो. ये राउंड जीतना है. प्लीज पीक मत देना. वाइपर लास्ट राउंड तूने पीक दिया उसके लिए मर गया ना. जस्ट पीक, डोंट गिव अ पीक ना. लेट देम पुश ऑन टू यू.
तुरंत कॉल दे देना ठीक है. और फुटस्टेप्स आते ही. बी
तेरा मॉली वाली फेंक के स्लो डाउन करो.
जी यार.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Fuck man, ये हार कैसे गए यार?
Attackers win.
Sad यार. डोटा खेले हम. डोटा खेलेंगे.
I like getting money, I got time to get it. Target on me, so my car's a tenant. Dancing with the devil, I don't bargain with it. Bobbing in the dash, and the stick is with it. And I hit the 4-5 on the west side. But I'm from the east side, this how we slide. This how we ride, yeah, yeah, this how we ride. Going pro, no lead. Make it easy like 1, 2, 3. Go, go, on 3, 2, 1. I fly till you can't see me. Swish, yeah. Ballin', from the first whistle we go all in. And one, call it. Numbers up and never falling. Feel like I hit the lottery and proud of me, yeah. No one big proud of me, so I throw pride away. She know I stuck to the plan and I stayed out the way. Now we're spending no money, never touching the bank. Just from me the game and I'ma get it done. Don't do it for fame, do it for the ones. Aces with cigar, my damage my lungs. Wifey want to drive, she get what she want. I like getting money, I got time to get it. Target on me, so my car's a tenant. Dancing with the devil, I don't bargain with it. Bobbing in the dash, and the stick is with it. And I hit the 4-5 on the west side. But I'm from the east side, this how we slide. This how we ride, yeah, yeah, this how we ride. Going pro, no lead. Make it easy like 1, 2, 3. Go, go, on 3, 2, 1. I fly till you can't see me. Swish, yeah. Ballin', from the first whistle we go all in. And one, call it. Numbers up and never falling. My baby called me and said she need to stay. Be for real, 25 they other type of killer. Stop playing with me, you know that you here to stay. Stop playing with me, I'll be back home in the know I'm on the go, but I'm not over you. Maybe if I'm home, but I'm so close to you. Gotta get that back like I'm supposed to do. Had to rush hurry up, cause I'm overdue. I like getting money, I got time to get it. Target on me, so my car's a tenant. Dancing with the devil, I don't bargain with it. Bobbing in the dash, and the stick is with it. And I hit the 4-5 on the west side. But I'm from the east side, this how we slide. This how we ride, yeah, yeah, this how we ride.
The longer I've waited, the more that I've tried. All the years that I've wasted trying to find it. All that I go through for my peace of mind. Let it all out the window, no smoke in my eyes. I can hear the wind chiming. It's always been you in the back of my mind. Early blue morning,
क्या चल रहा है बैंड?
everything's cold. I see you running, all covered in gold. There's nothing else that
Danke bro, dango kere.
I'm trying to touch the States this time. 2021. Gotta show him I can still rap though.
Now I'm in the game, I was on the bench. First I was renting, now I'm collecting rent. First it with the Beamer, now I want the Benz. Spending on the back like here I go again. Outside says the chirp, now the camera phone. Told you I'ma make, keep the channels on. Why you acting different when the camera's on? Why you acting different like your paper long? 8-day wake up and I thank God. Bad decision got you wishing you could say nah. I say the gritty, you could get hit any day now. On my mama, I'ma move my family way out. With some 20s, 50s, hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions, zillions. I'm talking Amazon money, talking so much money I could mess around and buy Amazon. I've been winning, I'm like, why me? I heard these labels wanna buy me. I don't need you, boo, I style me. I roll G's and they grind me. Now I'm on my game, nothing is the same. Pull 'em out of blame, money made me change. Cardi in my rain when I'm switching lanes. Money in the carry on them Boeing planes. Money in the carry on them Boeing planes. Now I got a buck for all those rainy days. Ain't have a day off in like 80 days. I got hustles in like 80 ways. Kids if you won't take a lazy day. Wifey on me told me take a break. I keep going to the paper street. Then it's trips out to Montego Bay. If I take the job, bet I get it done. I said it before, I'm a 101. I just caught some ones, only wearing ones. Fornicate the funds, money made me come. Diamonds on your neck, bet they on your neck. You want that watch, you better rock it tech. You want the chain, you better cop a vest. You want the check, but can you make it stretch?
It's more than enough, bro.
I ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies close, have me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands. Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me, why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck, country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted, now I'm backed up. Keep it real, I do this once a month, I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying car to get tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault. I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Told me if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Told you I'ma do me, why you hating on me? It's not adding up. Told you if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Told you I'ma do me, why you hating on me? It's not adding up. Get to it first, I got you mad. I guess that when I get to it last. Get it that I'm never going back. Get it that I'm never going back. I get to it first, I got you mad. I guess that when I get to it last. Get it that I'm never going back. Get it that I'm never going back. Going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. Get it that I'm never going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. Get it that I'm never going. I get to it off the runway. Different incomes, not one way. Living life on a one way. I knew this would happen someday. You can ask my day one day. Cloudy days turn to sun rays. Only way to way up way. Know my way, know my feng shui. I get to it first, I got you mad. I guess that when I get to it last. Get it that I'm never going back. Get it that I'm never going back. I get to it first, I got you mad. I guess that when I get to it last. Get it that I'm never going back. Get it that I'm never going back. Going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. Get it that I'm never going up, going up, going up, of different car keys. I'm the life of the party. Might buy a bike like a Harley. Totally do it so gnarly. God got me, can't harm me. I got armor and an army. Battle scars, battle smartly. Just forever like a Sharpie. I get to it first, I got you mad. I guess that when I get to it last. Get it down, never going back. Get it down, never going back. I get to it first, I got you mad. I guess that when I get to it last. Get it down, never going back. Get it down, never going back. Going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. Get it down, never going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. Get it down, never going. 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 Never going.
I cannot really been addicted to you. All of my attention I've been giving to you. Caught up in my feelings, I got feelings for you. Caught up in my feelings, I got feelings for you. On my mind, I can't lie. On my mind, I can't lie. Pull you down till you dry. Pull you down till you dry. All the time, he's my mind. All the time, he's my mind. I know that you're dangerous, I'm addicted to you. I might rent the Lambo and go drive it like it's stolen. I've been living wild, I'm just going through the motions. Stumbling out the Uber, grab my hand, gave me a notion. Swimming in your water, but it feels just like the ocean. I cannot really been addicted to you. All of my attention I've been giving to you. Caught up in my feelings, I got feelings for you. Caught up in my feelings, I got feelings for you. On my mind, I can't lie. On my mind, I can't lie. Pull you down till you dry. Pull you down till you dry. All the time, he's my mind. All the time, he's my mind. I know that you're dangerous, I'm addicted to you. I was sipping more for 2 years straight to the face. Champagne belly bubbles still won't go away. Last year my best man hit a stain with bare face. Now he's got a hell behind the water's cold case. I wake up with pain sometime and never go away. Wonder why I bow down to my knees when I pray. In my city gritty, gotta keep it on your waist. Or you might be a victim, they'll find you DOA. I cannot really been addicted to you. All of my attention I've been giving to you. Caught up in my feelings, I got feelings for you. Caught up in my feelings, I got feelings for you. On my mind, I can't lie. On my mind, I can't lie. Pull you down till you dry. Pull you down till you dry. All the time, he's my mind. All the time, he's my mind. I know that you're dangerous, I'm addicted to you. take girls run up on me. They doing money line. I'ma run it every time. Give me mine. Going up, need no decline. Money line. I'ma run it every time. Give me mine. Going up, need no decline. Yeah. Why check cash yo, yeah, I need my ass. Why check cash yo, yeah, I need my money line. Why check cash yo, yeah, I need my money line. Why check cash yo, yeah, I need my.
I hope the rain don't come in November, 'cause the summer went way too fast. I'm trying real hard to remember all of the good times and memories we had. And you called out crying. You said our love was worth dying for. Yeah, that's why you keep on trying. But I'm really not moved by your tears no more. Yeah, she said if I can't have you, baby, then nobody else ever will. Yeah, because you've been driving me so crazy. I just hope that this love is for real. Yeah. She wanna hold me down and never let me go. You're moving way too fast. We need to take it slow, girl. High key. You need to find somebody else besides me. Yeah, I understand that you like me. What a thought though. Rejection is a hard pill to swallow. If it's love, then let it be. 'Cause if you force it, you gon' end up with your heart broke. Yeah. I hope the rain don't come in November, 'cause the summer went way too fast. I'm trying real hard to remember all of the good times and memories we had. And she called out crying. You said our love was worth dying for. That's why she keep on trying. But I'm really not moved by your tears no more. You said your love is real, you said your love is strong. You tryna hold me tight and never let me go. You moving way too fast, we need to take it slow. Guess that's what happens when you hanging in for way too long, girl. High key, you need to find somebody else besides me. Yeah, I understand that you like me, but I thought though, rejection is a hard pill to swallow. If it's love, then let it be. 'Cause if you force it, you gon' end up with your heart broke. I hope the rain don't come in November, 'cause the summer went way too fast. I'm trying real hard to remember all of the good times and memories we had. And she called out crying. You said our love was worth dying for. And she keep on trying. But I'm really not moved by your tears no more. do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Boy, all that like Kenny. Still got crack, they fiending. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like me. And I'm still trying to fight my demons. Cause we all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the Nina. Outside, it's a war going on. Make me put my hands on my head like the Macarena. They want you walking on board like Kima. Ain't give a F to you like John Cena. Putting blood on the brand new Beamer. Trying to earn 8 stripes like Adidas. You get cold when you ride with the heater. It'll turn you to a dog like a keeper. And expose with cat like a cheetah. They smoke my partner like reefer. Dímelo porque yo no entiendo. Mi gente must really need Jesus. He shed real blood, I never seen the crypt and I believe it. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy.
Guys, don't fight like this.
Y'all just talk, don't live it. And just took that route, that seen it. I'm so outspoken like Reason. Jimmy Neutron, boy, young G's. And I'm a self-made man out of Sweden. And it's still off top, I'm tweaking. But I still gotta fight my demons. I ain't no good, I'm evil. I ain't made clean since Eden. It's a war going on outside. Niggas put your hands on your head like the Macarena. That's why I gotta watch my demeanor. You know they locking up blacks and Latinos. It's the same old game, ain't nothing really changed but the mileage on the meter of the beamer. You get cold when you ride with the heater. It'll turn you to a dog like a keto. And expose with cat like a cheetah. They smoke my partner like reefer. Dímelo porque yo no entiendo. Mi gente must really need Jesus. He shed real blood, I never seen the crypt and I believe it. It's too easy. Too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. It's too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy.
Venge, help us, man.
I'm in the mood for a switch up. I hit the function, hit the rose till I hiccup. I hit the stage and leave with money that's a sticker. She picture perfect, so I told him I'm a flicker. Bill, I'm in the mood for a change up. I leave the city and return with my change up. They got amnesia, don't remember how they play us. They wanna knock me down, but somehow I just stay up.
Look, straight from the mud like Ruby. Straight to the stage, they love me. I understand they hungry, but please don't hate, that's ugly. I've been sliding, shaking, moving. I've been popping in my city. Shawty say she love the way we do it with me. I be too turned up to ever give a fuck. I ain't come to argue, let a nigga fuck. They been talking pennies, I need bigger bucks. About to catch a flight, I need to switch it up. Got that black boy joy, might do my dance on him. Take no disrespect, might put my hands on him. Hit this chicken, now she wanna marry me. But she gon' need some closure and some therapy. Came back to the city with my bank account on F. Giving rappers hell, I know they happy that I left. Hit the south in winter, I just put down my deposit. 82 degrees, I left that jacket in my
Bill,
closet.
I'm in the mood for a switch up. I hit the function, hit the rose till I hiccup. I hit the stage and leave with money that's a sticker. She picture perfect, so I told him I'm a flicker. Bill, I'm in the mood for a change up. I leave the city and return with my change up. They got amnesia, don't remember how they played us. They wanna knock me down, but somehow I just stay up.
Look, came in with the what's that? Left out with the who she? Playing game like 2D, I been kicking shit like Bruce Lee. Margarita to the brim tip, black denim need a slim fit. Same people that I flex with be the ones that I'm in the gym with. I'm a living legend, you a dead cause, and I'm dead ass. No, I'm dead, right? Leaving early, but I'm here at night. Long as sure to keep the head right. Teed up out in Malibu, got sand all in my good shoes. Press a nigga with the pessimism, but I only came for the good news. I am the show that they came for, hitting the target I aim for. We've been discussing the contract, just telling they get what they paid for. I am not fucking with poverty, really it started to bother me. I need the yacht with the property, that come with the view that you gotta see. Came up from the basement, hit the rooftop with a passion. Bad bitch with some good credit and a good sense for the fashion. Dope blowing with the left hand, ass gripping with the right hand. Uber share to the airport, I'ma hit you back when my flight
Bill, I'm in
land.
the mood for a switch up. I hit the function, hit the rose till I hiccup. I hit the stage and leave with money that's a sticker. She picture perfect, so I told him I'm a flicker. Bill, I'm in the mood for a change up. I leave the city and return with my change up. They got amnesia, don't remember how they played us. They wanna knock me down, but somehow I just stay up. Hey, Bill, I'm in the mood for a switch up. is it worth living now? They told me dreams come true once you live it out. I picked up pieces from my childhood in a broken house and heal my soul from the trauma we've been given out. I hear the whispers in the wind under smoky clouds and tell myself once again, I'ma work it out. So much shit can happen, yo, it got me tripping now. Yeah, it's feeling different now.
Feel like I'm zoned out, put my phone down, damn it's cold out. Plotting on a rollout, we took our own route, really on our own now. These them winter schemes, plotting for better dreams, cooking flows and melodies for OGs with felonies who've been locked since the 70s. You gotta pray for enemies with jealousy, they only feed off the good-hearted. Just don't bargain, stay in your lane and keep hogging. Know that you a target and gotta finish what you started. Life of being an artist, gotta show them where your heart is. Put your all in, keep calling, keep going, don't stall it. Don't fall for what they all been wishing now. Just be yourself and it'll work it
I wonder, is it worth living now? They told me dreams come true once you live it out. I picked up pieces from my childhood in a broken house and heal my soul from the trauma we've been given now. I hear the whispers in the wind under smoky clouds and tell myself once again, I'ma work it out. So much shit can happen, yo, it got me tripping now. Yeah, it's feeling different now.
Yo, living in doubt could be the death for you. It's only a few that'll rep for you and rarely ones that'll step to you and let you know where you wrong at instead of letting you ride away in your soul. Rather be whole and pure in my spirit. It's life never ending until you near it. A lot of shit to bear with. Sometimes you don't wanna share it, but don't keep it in cause you fear it. It's an epidemic sound and you can see right where I'm headed. I'm elevated, oh yeah. We was waiting, oh yeah, to make a statement, it's clear. The way them boys persevere. Yo, we taking this stance. Don't let them get in our air. They go watch, I'ma stare. Tell them pull up a chair. God gon' answer our prayers.
Living now. They told me dreams come true once you live it out. I picked up pieces from my childhood in a broken house and heal my soul from the trauma we've been given now. I hear the whispers in the wind under smoky clouds and tell myself once again, I'ma work it out. So much shit can happen, yo, it got me tripping now. Yeah, it's feeling different now.
I wonder if it's worth living now. They told me working 9 to 5 just to make it out. And now the dark nights got me needing mouth to mouth. Resuscitate my dreams, tell me what it's all about. I wonder if it's worth living now. They told me show a little skin just to make it out. They told me grind until I die, till I reach the clouds. Excuse me a little moment while I break out. Never let them take me out.